Good evening, friends. Today we discuss the next theorem in the continuation of the previous video lecture. Here we assume that the an and bn are two sequences such that the limit an is equal to a and the limit bn is equal to b. Then the limit an into bn is equal to a into b. That is, the product of these two sequences of limit is equal to a into b here. Now we start the proof of this theorem. The two sequences, the proof is two sequences an and bn, an and bn being convergent are bounded. Being convergent and are bounded. So here we apply the definition of the boundedness of the sequence. A sequence which is said to be bounded if there exist real number such that the mod of Sn is less than or equal to m, where m is real number. So here the two sequences an and bn being convergent are bounded. So there exist real numbers, say here small k and capital K. The small k for this sequence and capital K for sequence bn such that the mod of an is less than or equal to small k and mod of bn is less than or equal to capital K for all n. So here we use the concept of the boundedness. Now we prove that the limit of an into bn is equal to a into b, so that here we apply the definition of the limit of a sequence. So according to this we compute an into bn minus a into b, which is equal to mod of an into bn minus an into b plus an into b minus ab. If anyhow we show that this difference is less than by epsilon for all n is greater than or equal to m, the epsilon is pre-assigned value. Therefore we say that the limit of an into bn is exactly equal to a into b here. For this purpose, here we add this term and this term, and add and subtract this term and this term, and we apply the triangle inequality which is less than or equal. Before that we simplify this relation, this problem. An is common, bn minus b plus b is common here. Then we have an minus a, and we apply the triangle inequality. Then this is mod of an into bn minus b plus mod of b into mod of an minus a. Say it is 1. Say it is 1. Now since the sequence an and bn are such that the limit n tending to infinity a and it is equal to a, and limit n tending to infinity bn it is equal to b. So for given epsilon is greater than 0, there exist positive integer m1 and m2. The m1 for this limit and m2 for this limit definition respectively, such that the mod of an minus a is less than epsilon by 2 into mod of b, say it is here 2, for all n is greater than or equal to m1. And the second one is the mod of bn minus b is less than epsilon by 2 small k for all n is greater than or equal to m2. Just here we apply the definition of limit of a sequence. So for pre-assigned value of epsilon, there exists two integer number m1 and m2, such that the difference between these two terms is less than epsilon by 2 mod b for all n is greater than or equal to m1. And second, the bn minus b is less than epsilon by 2k, where k, this k is a small k. A small k means like this one, and n is greater than or equal to m2 here. Now we substitute these two values in inequality 1, then we have the mod of an multiplied by the bn minus b is less than, so this is replaced by less than epsilon by 2k, and we know that this is k, so you can replace by k here, plus the b mod of an minus a, which is epsilon by 2 epsilon by 2 mod b, and after simplification we have the mod of an into bn minus ab is less than epsilon by 2 plus epsilon by 2, which is equal to epsilon for all n is greater than or equal to m, where this m is nothing but it is your maximum of m1 and m2 here. So this fulfill the definition, the an into bn minus ab is less than epsilon. So what it implies? It implies that the limit of n tending to infinity, the product of these two sequence, which is equal to the limit of n tending to infinity an into limit of n tending to infinity bn, which is a into b here. So this is the proof of our first theorem. Now we discuss the second theorem. If we have an into bn are two sequences such that limit an is equal to a and the limit bn is equal to b, which is not equal to 0, then prove that the limit an divided by bn, that is the quotient, which is equal to a upon b, where b is not equal to 0 here. Now proving this result, we need the following lemma. The lemma is here to show that the limit n tending to infinity bn, which is equal to b, which is not equal to 0, then there exists a positive integer m3, such that the mod of bn is greater than lambda for all n is greater than m3. We establish this particular result, we need this lemma, and with the help of this lemma we establish our proof. So here we take, let here the proof of this lemma, let we take here the epsilon, it is equal to mod of b upon 2, so that there exists positive integer m3, because here we using the m3 is positive integer m3, such that the mod of bn minus b is less than mod of b upon 2 for all n is greater than or equal to m3. This is the definition of a limit of a sequence here. Since we have given this limit tending to b, therefore we apply the definition of the limit of a sequence. For pre-assigned value of epsilon, there exists an integer number m3 such that the mod of bn minus b is less than epsilon, but epsilon is equal to mod of b upon 2. So for n is greater than or equal to m3 here. Now we solve this inequality in this way. The mod of bn minus b is less than, just 1 minute, solve this inequality. Mod of b minus bn is less than mod of b upon 2. We know that the mod of x minus y, which is greater than or equal to the mod of mod x minus mod of y. This, using this inequality here, so we have this relation, the mod of b minus mod of this, and after simplification we have the minus bn is less than minus mod b by 2, or mod b by 2 is greater than mod bn. Here this relation. Now, and if we assume that, just 1 minute, mod of b n is greater than, just 1 minute, you can write down the minus is multiplied here, just 1 minute, the mod of bn is greater than mod b by 2 here. Okay, we multiplied here, then it is reverse in the order, and this portion is nothing but it is lambda. So mod of b is greater than lambda for all n. So we establish this, the proof of this lemma. Now we come to the proof of our main result. In the main result we show that the limit is an upon bn is equal to b by a. So we start our problem by this calculation, the an upon bn minus a upon b. If anyhow we can show that this distance is less than epsilon for all n is greater than or equal to given positive integer m, then we show that this limit exists, limit n tending to infinity an upon bn is equal to a by b. So this is equal to, we just simplify, b multiplied by an minus a into bn upon a into b. Now we add and subtract the sum terms here for simplification, which is equal to b into an minus ab, then plus ab minus a into bn whole divided by AB. That is, here we add this term and subtract, and we apply the triangle inequality. Before applying the triangle inequality, we simplify this result. We taking the b is common here. The b, an minus a plus a is common, minus a is common. Then we have b, bn minus b whole divided by a into b, or this is less than or equal to mod of b into mod of an minus a plus mod of a into mod of bn minus b whole divided by a into b, or this is mod of a into b, or this is equal to just 1 minute, a just 1 minute, this is mistake here, bn into b, this one is bn into b, bn into b, and this one is bn into b. So this is less than or equal to mod of an minus a whole divided by mod of bn plus this is mod of a into mod of bn minus b upon mod of bn into b. Say it is here. Fine. Now, since an and bn are convergent, since a and bn are convergent sequence, this portion is your an upon bn minus a upon b. So we apply the definition. Since an and bn are such that the limit n tending to infinity and it is equal to a and bn is equal to b, so we apply the definition for given epsilon is greater than 0, there exist two positive integers, say m1 and m2, such that the mod of an minus a is less than mod of b epsilon by 4 for all n is greater than or equal to m1, and mod of bn minus b is less than mod of b square epsilon by 4 into mod of a for all n is greater than or equal to m2. Now we using the lemma to prove our this portion is less than epsilon. So this mod of an minus a is replaced by this quantity and mod of bn minus b is replaced by this quantity. So inequality 1 becomes an upon bn minus a upon b is strictly less than, you can replace by an minus b. So this is mod of b upon into epsilon into 4 and mod of b n, bn is equal to lambda, so that bn, mod of bn is greater than lambda. What is your lambda in this case? Lambda in this case is mod of b upon 2. So 1 upon mod of bn is less than 2 upon mod of b. So it is 2 upon mod of b. That is this mod of n, bn. Okay. Now go to the next term. Plus mod of a, bn minus this is replaced by mod of b square epsilon upon 4 into mod of a, and mod of bn is again by same 2 by mod b. So you observe that this mod of b, 2 and 2 is cancelled, so it becomes here epsilon by 2, mod of a, this portion and this portion is cancelled by 2, again here mod of b, so it is again epsilon by 2, and the whole term, that is here the limit n tending to infinity an upon bn is exactly equal to a upon b, where b is not equal to 0, because this is your epsilon and it is fulfill the definition of the limit of a sequence, so that an upon bn is equal to a upon b here. So we established the four fundamental results. In the previous video lecture we established this result, an plus minus bn is tending to a plus minus b. In this video lecture we establish an into bn is replaced by a into b, and an upon bn is goes to a upon b, where b is not equal to 0, and similarly bn is not equal to 0 for all n here. But here we observe that the converse of this fact is not generally true. It means that the an and bn individually they are not convergent, but their sum, their difference, their product, their quotient will be convergent here. Okay, so we have some examples. If we are taking the an, it is equal to this sequence n square, and bn is equal to minus n square. So you observe that this component is divergent, it is not convergent sequence. Okay, but its sum, if you can take the sum of these two sequences, then it will be converged to the 0. Not only for the sum, if you are taking the quotient, that is an upon bn, then it will be converges to minus 1. So in general, the converse of this all this result is not true here. Thank you.